What's up, Star Wars fans? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. Shout out from sunny Thailand, the land of smiles. We got the big Buddha representing behind us, so I'm trying to keep it positive. I don't want to disrespect Lord Buddha, but I want to talk about John Boyega's comments as far as him pushing for Finn to have more involvement in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, Reddit is making a big deal about this, and overall, I feel like a lot of people really just don't get Finn's character. They really don't understand, and I've been really adamant about, Finn's character not being as lame or as weak as some people like to say. And I mean, everyone has their opinions. We all have opinions about certain things, right? But I mean, some stuff, like I just gotta say, some stuff is just flat out wrong, right? Like, there's a whole thing. Well, Finn started out, he was a stormtrooper and he was this and that, and then they turned him into a janitor. And I'm like, no, if you understand the military, when you're a cadet, when you're a grunt, when you're a trainee, the only thing you can do is clean. So it was never Finn was this and then they made him a janitor. He was never a janitor. He always had to work sanitation because that's the only thing you can do when you're training, right? I went to nuke school. We were the smartest people enlisted in the United States Navy, right? We basically got force-fed nuclear engineering, physics, chemistry, heat transfer, like all this math and science stuff for 6 months after our A school, which you either were an electrician, a mechanic, or an electronics technician, right? So this is like really brainy stuff. And do you know what we did when we weren't actually in school? We were cleaning, right? I cleaned many toilets. And then when you get to the ship, when you join the Navy, you get out of your school, you go to your ship. A lot of people get sent mess cranking, which means they work the mess decks. They work either in sanitation, because they're not actual cooks, right? They have actual cooks now. So my granddad was like, did you peel potatoes? No, personally, I didn't, because when I got to the ship, I already had rank. So it was like, all right, you need to go stay and watch, right? I didn't do any of that, but most people, that's what they do, right? If they're low rank, they clean because they're not qualified to do anything else. So in the case of Finn's character, right, we learn in the new Finn comic book that came out a few months ago that, yo, man, he was cleaning, but for some reason Kylo Ren took an interest in him when Finn was mopping the floors of the Supremacy, and then when Finn was working in sanitation, burning stuff off, it's like, yo, man, he still did some special stuff, right? FN 2187 was the leader of his fire team. All right, he's the best in the janitors. All right, but that's what everyone did. Every cadet was cleaning. That's all they could do, right? If you read the Phasma novel, what were the cadets that Cardinal talked about? The cadets coming down there in the Holden area where Vi Moretti was talking to him and getting the lowdown on Phasma, right? As he said, the cadets might come down here at some point to clean, and they might find them down there in the bilge or somewhere, right? That's just what they do. But it doesn't matter how much I put it out. People just really don't understand Finn's character development. John Boyega addressed it a long time ago. People just don't get it. And so I really feel like, people have their opinions on things when it comes to Star Wars or anything else, and it's like their opinion is the gospel truth. And it's like, no matter how much you try to tell them, hey, man, your point of view is just a point of view. It's not the only point of view. Or, hey, your point of view might actually be wrong. They don't want to hear it, right? So I got this video. I'm talking about Finn. John Boyega is pushing for more involvement from Finn, and when the movie comes out, it might not be enough. Some people might not be satisfied. And what did I say? And I had the video where I kind of trolled people. I was really wanting to see who would comment without actually watching the video, where I was like, if Finn doesn't become a Jedi by episode 9, I will quit Star Wars and YouTube. And people were like, good, I can't wait to see you go. And I'm like, you're a dumbass, because when I started the video, the first thing I said was, hey, y'all, I'm just playing. Like, I'm not really good. That's not enough to make me quit or leave or anger me, because something that, you know, I thought might happen in the movie didn't actually happen, right? I mean, look where I am, right? If that doesn't, if things in episode 9 don't go the way I think they might go, right? Finn dies on his suicide. Oh, spoilers. Finn dies on his suicide mission with Jannah, and Reylo happens, and all this stuff that I really don't care to see. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm in paradise, man, and I got an opportunity to do some rooftop kung fu, right? Come through. We can start the real life Jedi kung fu. Actually, I'm gonna stop saying real life Jedi, because anytime people train with me, they think I'm gonna start spouting like Star Wars stuff, and I'm like, no, okay, it's time to get to business. Like, let's train for real, right? But you know, we do some Eli Chin on the rooftop, do some spinning hands, some meditation before it gets too freaking hot. Well, actually, we can go under there and meditate. I was gonna say before it gets too freaking hot up here. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to train, right? Maybe Finn doesn't become a Jedi. Maybe Finn doesn't really do more with the Force. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop training. I'm going to stop living my life. I'm going to stop doing the things that Star Wars inspired me to do, right? But I do want to, I'm rambling, but I do want to say something about Finn's character development. There was a post that started out wonderfully on Reddit, and then it just kind of turned into crap, where it talked about Finn being like the cowardly lion, that trope, the Wizard of Oz. The cowardly lion doesn't have his courage and then discovers that he had it all along. He just had to be forced in a situation where he could act courageously, right? In a way, that's Finn, right? He's afraid of the First Order. He wants to run. He knows what the First Order is all about. He meets Rey, and it's like, oh, well, now I got a running buddy. I got a road dog. Let me run with Rey, right? And Rey gets captured by Kylo Ren and Finn, who's always been heroic. He's always been heroic. He just was trying to get away from the First Order. It's like, you know what? I'm going to face my fear because I got to go save my friend. I got to go save my snow bunny, right? Because, I mean, let's face it, he likes Rey. He's got feelings for Rey. He's got a thing for her, right? So he goes and faces the First Order. He rescues Rey, but then he gets chopped down by Kylo Ren, and Rey ends up having to kind of rescue him, right? Doesn't exactly go the way he thought it was going to go, right? So Finn is forced to act heroically to save Rey. He wakes up in the Last Jedi, and people say, "Oh, Finn's story was wasted. Finn was a wasted character." Now, you mean to tell me they wasted enough time on this character to go all the way to a new film location and construct a whole new set, right? This whole chunk of the movie to waste, and Finn's character was wasted? Come on now, they spent a whole lot of money going to the real world location for those Canto Bight scenes, right? Where was that, in Croatia or somewhere? At the time that they were filming that, I was in Video Labs, and one of the guys who was in Video Labs was there. He was like, yo, Prince, they're filming episode 8 here, right? So it was kind of cool, little nerd out moment, you know, real world connection. But anyway, so like, you mean to tell me that that Rian Johnson ruined Finn's character? He spent that much time on a Finn story, and what did I say? According to the Art of the Last Jedi, like in one of my early reviews after the movie came out, that originally the whole Finn and Rose thing was supposed to be Finn and Poe, going on like this buddy cop adventure. And then even with Finn and Rose, it was supposed to be kind of this James Bond type thing, but they had to cut it for time. And the heavy focus on Luke, Rey, and Kylo Ren, right? I mean, we really just need to look at the fact that The Last Jedi is really Luke, Rey, and Kylo Ren's movie. It's focused on them more than anyone else, right? And you just have to accept it. It is what it is, right? But even in that, everyone was faced with a choice. None of you guys have signed up for this, like the real fight. Yeah, Poe was there. Poe got recruited into the Resistance by Leia, but Leia is like, yo, Poe, I knew your parents. I served with them. I fought with them in the rebellion. I need you to step up because I might not always be here. I need you to step up and be a leader. And Poe was like, I'm a fly boy. I want to get in my X-Wing. I want to blow stuff up. I didn't really want to say stuff, but, respect the Lord Buddha. I think I already cussed once in this video, but yeah, amen. Buddha says, amen. I forgot what Buddha says. I gotta ask my wife, what does Buddha say? Up to you. Up to you. You want to curse? Up to you. You want to use bad words? Up to you. Buddha understands, right? So I cussed once, up to me. Buddha understands. Respect the Lord Buddha. The real Jedi. Anyway, so Poe is not a leader. He's got to step up and be a leader. He can't just be a flyboy, hop in his X-Wing and blow stuff up. You got to sign up for this role that I brought you into, the role that I brought you into to serve, right? You gotta grow, you gotta develop, mature, right? But Finn hadn't signed up for this at all. Finn is like, yo, man, I just came for Rey. Yeah, y'all, the Resistance sees me as a Resistance hero. Paige said to Rose, that guy is a hero. He put everyone else's needs above his own wants and selfish desires. He could have just ran. And it's like, yo, man, I'm really not that guy. I'm not that guy. And Rose has to push him into being that guy. That's what Rose is there for. And Finn, it's like, yeah, he went on a mission that failed. But did it actually fail? Because Finn is like, yo, man, I'm just here for Rey. I'm trying to get out of here because I don't want Rey to come back and the First Order has wiped y'all out and then she's gone. My snow bunny's gone. I'm just here for my snow bunny, dog. And it's like, yo, man, you gotta, okay, what if that doesn't happen? Like there's more to life. Well, what if she's off becoming a Jedi now and she's no longer interested in you because she's serving the will of the Force? Force comes first, right? Jedi don't mate. This is stuff that Rose is telling Finn in the novelization. It doesn't, the whole romance thing, I will admit that that stuff didn't play out well in the movie. It's just like out of nowhere Rose kisses Finn. But if you read the novelization, it's like obvious from the minute she sees Finn, she's trying to get up on Finn, right? So she's telling him all this stuff about Rey. And then with Rey is, I have the power, I have the Force, but I'm not the hero that the Resistance needs. They need a Skywalker. They need you, Luke. I'm Rey. Leia sent me. Your sister sent me, Luke. And Luke is like, I'm going to give you 3 lessons for why the Jedi need to end and why you don't actually need them to do what you think they need to do. You have the power to do this, Rey. That's something that I feel like a lot of people miss that Luke is trying to tell Rey, is that you don't need anyone. You don't need the Jedi. You don't need me. You don't need Ben. You can do it yourself. You're the hero here. You're the one that they need. It's you, not me. I've done my part. It's you, right? And then, Yoda's like, yo, man, yeah, it is her. She has everything she needs, but she's also the next Jedi. She's still a Jedi, right? It's time for the old ways to end. It's time for her to start a new way, right? To make up for our mistakes, the mistakes that we made, Luke, right? You got everything right except for that part, right? And so Rey is like, Rey is in the same place as Finn. Like, she's like, I haven't signed up for this either, right? I'm not even sure about the Jedi thing. And the Resistance, they don't need me. They need you. And if they're not you, then I'm going to go get Ben and bring him in, right? And I'm sorry to the Reylo folks. I'm sorry to my friends who are Reylo folks. But the whole Rey trying to redeem Ben is because Rey doesn't want to accept who she is. She doesn't want to accept her responsibilities, her part in the story. She thinks that she can't do it, and so she has to go get Ben. And it's like, well, when as she's starting to discover and rebuilding the Resistance Reborn. I haven't finished. I just started that book and fell asleep last night. So maybe there's some Kylo Ren, some Ben Demption stuff teased there. But the way I'm reading it, and the other book, the Little Kitty, I found out as a children's book. I started reading it when I first touched down here in Thailand. Rey is starting to develop her own confidence in her own self, in her own abilities, and her own ability to lead and step up and help the Resistance the best way she can as a Jedi, a fledgling Jedi, right? Finn is in that same position, man. It's like Finn is what in the last book I read, Resistance something, I don't know. It's not Resistance Reborn, but Finn is on a mission with Chewie, right? Finn is starting to step up and show that FN 2187 training that he had. The person who was supposed to become an officer within the First Order, the leader of his fire team, right? So the development in Finn's character is there, but you got to look at the bigger story, not just what you see on the screen, what you've seen on the screen, right? You got to understand, where was Finn? And then why is he here in the movies? Why is he being portrayed this way? Why is he being portrayed that way, right? And John Boyega said, if he came out day one and he's doing backflips and force pushes and chopping people down with lightsabers, the way he was presented in the early edition of The Force Awakens, he said, where does the character grow? Where does the character go? If the character's already arrived in day one, you got 2 other movies in a 3-part series. How does that character grow? It's like, oh, there's Finn. There's Finn. All right. What else is there left to do? You might as well either push him to the back or kill him off or something, or you got to make the other characters even more awesome. But, it's true. Now, one thing that John Boyega did say after The Force Awakens, and this is something, I don't know if I did a video on it, but it's I meant to when I saw the quote. He said, I came into this movie and it came out, I saw how powerful Rey is, and I'm being told that Finn and Rey are like, we're running together, we road dogs. So I feel like if Rey has become this powerful, they got to do something with Finn so that he can keep up with Rey, so that he can keep running with Rey. And if we're going to be having Star Wars stories for the next 15 years dealing with Rey, Finn, and Poe, all I'm saying is, yo, man, look at what Rey can do, right? We're hearing she's a dyad now, right? There's some Force thing where 2 powerful Force users are born every generation or some stuff, at least according to the leaks. Rey is this super powerful Force user. How does Finn keep up with her, right? Or is it, oh no, Princess, because Rey and Ben, well then, where is Finn then? Is he gonna be pushed to the background? What happens with him? Where are they going with this character? So, like I said, whatever happens, win, lose, or draw in episode 9, if Finn makes it out of 9, the question that we need to keep asking, what happens with this character? Some people feel a certain kind of way about it. A lot of stuff that I see, really, I'm gonna just be real, it sounds kind of racist, right? If John Boyega weren't playing this character, if Finn's character technically has no race, but if the actor wasn't black, if it was white, I really truly feel like a lot of these people saying some of this stuff will be singing a different tune. I'm just gonna be real. I'm not afraid to call out racism in the Star Wars community because I've been a victim of it, right? If I didn't have certain words blocked on my in my YouTube comments, I would probably still be getting a lot of those comments, right? I'd still be hearing a lot of that stuff. I'm just be real. I feel like one of the reasons that I'm not as big as some of these other channels, I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Some of y'all might not like it. I don't care. I mean, it's not something I'm gonna cry about, because at the end of the day, hey, look where I am. Look where I am. At the end of the day, look where I am. So, you know, and this place has its own list of problems with it that I'll talk about on my other channel. My name is Prince. So anyway, that's all I got. This is kind of a morning rant. Let me get this video posted along with my Mandalorian review. And for those of y'all that follow the Facebook group, the Facebook page, I haven't forgotten about the video that I started on Rey when I was actually at the airport when I mentioned that video about Rey and how she gets out of the abyss. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the abyss is part of the hero's journey, right? So I want to talk about Luke Skywalker and the abyss and other parts of the Star Wars story, Rey and the abyss that she's already had to get out of in the previous 2 movies, and then what the greater abyss is for her, and what the potential abyss is, the potential hell that she has to rise out of in episode 9, how she does that, right? So that's going to be a really kind of deep dive video, deeper than the bubblegum stuff that the popular Star Wars channels are talking about. So I don't expect to get a lot of views because people would rather have bubblegum and candy than nutrients. Is what it is. But y'all keep it real here. Urban Acolyte community. You know, I know somebody's gonna take that the wrong. You're always talking smack about other channels. That's what I do, man. If you're stupid, I'm gonna tell you you're stupid. And I'm not gonna fuck with you. Take it how you want. Sorry, Lord Buddha. And then another video I'm working on. Hey man, I gotta address some stuff that Star Wars Theory said about the Freddie Prinze Jr. videos. Yeah, I know that was last month. That was a few weeks ago. But hey man, I hadn't had internet access, and I've been traveling all over Thailand, Chiang Mai, Phuket, Bangkok. If you watch the other channel, you'll know I've been busy, man. I've been on the road, in the air. I ain't coming down. Hong Kong, Singapore, I've been everywhere. While y'all were like, I wonder where Prince is. Follow my other channel, you would have known. But anyway, I'm gonna get off this rooftop, go holler at the boo, and eat some breakfast. She's probably making some spicy stuff that's gonna burn my mouth and burn my ass off. And I'm gonna be shitting flames from Mustafar, eating the damn spicy ass Thai food. I'ma holler at y'all. Hope y'all appreciated this little Urban Acolyte rant about Finn. And I'll see y'all on the next one. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing. And may the force of others be with you. Oh, Keandre, I know you watching. What you think about that Yoda Muay Thai shirt? Ajar and Chai Yoda. You like that, dog? I would try to get you one and send it to Nashville, but I got this thing in Chiang Mai, and I don't know when the next time I'm going up there is, because we didn't like the food up there. But that's a talk for another video. On My Name is Prince Vlogs. Go follow it. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all on the next one. So y'all keep on breathing. And may the force of others be with you always.